And good evening, everyone, and welcome to High School Sports Live TV. And we're proud to present girls basketball. The Berks Catholic Saints at 4-1 at Lancaster Catholic Crusaders tonight, 3-0. Today's live broadcast is made possible by our key sponsor, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency, and a special set of community sponsors: Hoffman Ford, Giant Foods, Jack Giambalvo, OSS Health, Advanced Hoops, Commonwealth Charter Academy, and a newcomer to the program, Integrity First Home Buyers, and EricBuysYourHouse.com. All of them we say thank you to tonight and bringing this game live to you. Gary Sutton with you. Jeff Thompson, the coach, alongside of me tonight. And Jeff, looking forward to this one. Two outstanding programs, the defending district champs, Lancaster Catholic in there. Of course, Berks has been a wonderful program in the last bunch of years. And we're looking forward to a big matchup here this evening. Two outstanding girls teams. Let's talk a little bit about, first of all, about Berks County, Berks Catholic Saints. And we start with a young lady named Keziah Brantley, who's a sophomore, 5'6" sophomore, who can really get it done. She is our Commonwealth Charter Academy player to watch tonight.
Well, they're off to a very good start, and they have a bunch of players that can put it up. But it looks like Keziah right now is one of the three. And as you said, she's a 10th grader. Another one that can really put it up is Mackenzie Langdon, and she's a 9th grader. And the third leading scorer is a junior, so they have it pretty well. Sophomore, junior, and freshman, they're going pretty well, and they have good distribution with their scoring. I think that's one of the keys to their success so far this year.
And, of course, Bob Birmingham's been around forever. He coached when they were Reading Central Catholic. Now here they are at Berks Catholic, combination of Reading Central Catholic and Holy Name. And they've been that way for about the last 8 years. On the other side, our OSS Health player to watch is Naomi Zaletta. And she may not be the highest scoring player on the team, but you talk about a girl that's going to be around the basketball and does all the blue-collar unmentionables. There she is.
Well, she's got a ton of energy. She's got great hands. Her hands seem to always be in the passing lane for some reason. And if you give her the open court, she can finish. She can really finish from the open court.
And you talk about some good complementary players. We have Mary Boleski, 5'4" guard, is averaging 10 a game. Elizabeth Wally, who is a 5'9" guard forward, averaging 10 a game. And you throw in another one, Sophia Wenz, who's getting 10 rebounds a game to go with her 10 points a game. She's a 6'2" center. So you've got a lot of players around her that kind of have that same kind of attitude. And, of course, Charlie Detz has won a state championship there. He's been a head boys coach at Columbia and at Penn Manor. He's a guy that gets it done. And he's having a lot of fun coaching these kids.
Well, don't sleep on Jariah Johnson either. She's a good point guard. She makes the whole thing run.
So it's going to be fun to see how these kids bring it all together here tonight. What are you looking for in this kind of game this evening, Jeff? More of an up-and-down kind of game? Both these teams like to do a lot of pressure.
There is pressure, and they'll try to – I think both teams are going to try to want to score out of their pressure. So I think we're going to see that early, maybe man-to-man from Lancaster Catholic, and really trap the ball. And I think that's how they get their people going, and they get a trap going, get a turnover, and they're in the open court.
Biggest thing we're talking about this year, obviously, is COVID-19 and the effect it's had on kids and how a lot of the practices have been kind of canceled. You don't know what's going to go on from day to day. We're going to talk more about that and the idea of practicing while you're playing here. But first, we'll take a break. We'll come back and get started on this one. It's the Berks Catholic Saints tonight visiting the Lancaster Catholic Crusaders, all here on High School Sports Live TV. Back with more right after this.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambalvo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambalvo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambalvo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
They didn't wait for someone else to change the world, and we're not waiting for the world to change education. CCA, pioneers in online education since 2003. Enroll today.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Hoffman Ford wants to trade keys with you. That's right. Give us the keys to your current vehicle, and we'll get you into a brand new Ford with great offers, like up to $13,500 off MSRP on a new Ford F-150 XLT 4x4, or 1.9% financing up to 60 months, plus $9,000 off MSRP. And get top dollar for all trades, no matter what it is. Let's trade keys at Hoffman Ford.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
I would say life does get expensive. We manage it well, but just with activities, it all adds up.
But Giant makes our life so much easier. I don't mind paying for quality, but I feel like at Giant, I'm getting quality, and when I look at that bill, I feel like, okay, you know what? I think that's great.
Yeah.
And welcome back to Lancaster Catholic High School. We are underway. The girls going up, Berks Catholic against Lancaster Catholic here, and very quickly, a foul right out of the gate. You have Lancaster Catholic tonight in white and purple and gold. On the other side, in the black and gold, is Berks Catholic. And the opening foul here is against Berks Catholic, and it'll be Sarah Payton with the foul.
Sophia Wentz has a pretty nice stroke from the foul line. She missed that first one.
Trying to get herself redeemed here in the second one. Doesn't hit either one. And so 0 for 2 for Sophia Wentz out of the gate. And back comes Berks Catholic. And that one's thrown up there a little bit over top. One of the things we've noticed in the earlier games so far today, Jeff, has been a lot of these teams a little bit rusty. Still only a couple games into the season. Usually by this time of year, we're well into the season, and all together different now with the whole COVID-19 thing. Both man-to-man teams here so far. And there's your first turnover of the game now against Lancaster Catholic.
Naomi trying to make an entry pass to the post.
Good pressure in the backcourt there by Neoma Zaletta. She's playing on a little bit of a bad wheel tonight. Coach Seth said she was looking better in pregame runs, but he thought maybe she wasn't going to play. She plays with a lot of enthusiasm. Penetration and kick, not going to go. Ball tied up for a moment. Lancaster Catholic control.
Elizabeth Zwally really gets after the ball on the defensive rebound.
Using Wentz as kind of the middle wheel of the middle stroke of the wheel, and there's very quickly from the outside, you see the first strike from Jariah Johnson, the 5'4" junior guard.
And let's give an assist to Naomi also.
And trying to answer on the other side and can't is Keziah Brantley. And very quickly into their forecourt comes Lancaster Catholic. Good look from the side. That went off the hands of Naomi Zaletta. And Berks Catholic controls it. Catholic playing that tight man-to-man to the block, Jeff. Yanked down again, this time by Zaletta. And as you said earlier, Jeff, and you hit it right on the head, is that she seems to be everywhere. Good job of getting inside to Sophia Wentz, but she can't hook up at point blank. So they'll reset. Both teams playing kind of a tight man-to-man, aren't they? In toward the lane. Ball's going to be thrown away here again by Lancaster Catholic, and so that's their second turnover so far here early in the first quarter. 5:19 to go. 2-0, the Crusaders lead thus far. Gary Sutton, Jeff Thompson with you here. Chad Edwards and our whole Invicta crew as they run a little 1-4 high this time, Jeff. It looks like they're going to get a turnover there. So the turnover goes against Berks Catholic. That'll be their first here of the first quarter. You see Charlie Detz over there, 6'7", played for Glenn Robinson over at Franklin and Marshall College. On the bench next to him, a guy who played for me in a state championship team in 1987 named Mike Whistler. 6th leading scorer in the history of Pennsylvania. Played for Columbia, great player, went on to Drexel. Inside again. I'll tell you, they're getting the ball down where they want to right now to Sophia Wentz, just not able to hook up so far. Another 3 look from the corner. Will not go off the hands of Brantley.
Well, I like the way Mary Bolesky handles that ball. Little fire plug.
Again, trying to get it inside too quickly. And another turnover for Lancaster Catholic, as they were looking for the lob in there for Sophia Wentz. So they're really making her a focus of the offense so far, Jeff.
That's the 4th time they've gone inside. I think they feel they have an advantage in the inside game, and they may well.
Well, Wentz is a big girl. She stands at 6'2". Lancaster Catholic doing a good job of shutting down the middle thus far and making Berks throw it back outside. Slashing move there, not going to go. And it's going to be tipped off. Lancaster Catholic will stay with the Saints underneath. Again, Lancaster Catholic, the defending district champions. They're in 4A. There's a nice inbounds play, not going to go. And so far, the rim has been cold for Berks Catholic here, Jeff.
And I'm afraid you're going to have to hit those shots.
And there's a good look from downtown.
That was Mary Bolesky. Very impressive so far.
Mary Bolesky spotting up out there. They made the extra pass to her, and Bolesky knocks it down. Mary Bolesky, only a freshman. So Jeff, we were talking about it. I remember the days when you played as a freshman, you were like a freak of nature. Now, you play as a freshman, it's kind of a matter of course, but there's so many AAU programs and stuff around you. The game's so mature as a freshman many times. It's hard, you know, you look at people, they look like they're playing like seniors.
Well, I think Billy Owens kind of started that whole movement.
No, I think you're right. Second turnover, by the way, against Berks Catholic. So now it's Lancaster Catholic with the ball in their end and a 5-0 lead so far. Kind of gouging it out here in the early going. No one real flashy. They've been trying to find Sophia Wentz inside thus far, playing triangle basketball with her. Good double team out front by Berks Catholic. And the ball will go off of Lancaster Catholic out of bounds.
As good as that double team was, Mary Bolesky was able to handle that for a 9th grader.
Doing a pretty good job. That's a 4th turnover, though, here in the first quarter. I'm sure Charlie Detz will look at that number and not too happy about it. Here comes Berks Catholic. Keziah Brantley doing the handling of the basketball. Okay, they pass the ball well. They're just not going anywhere with it. Not really making any kind of penetration with it so far. Then we get a nice looking shot, and finally it goes down. As off the near side, it was Caroline Reedy, the 5'9" junior guard forward, hitting her first deuce of the night. So on the board now is the Saints.
Carolyn's one of the big 3 we talked about before the game.
Yeah, Reedy actually averages 12 points a game. The ball tipped out of bounds. It'll go back to the Crusaders. 2:24 to go here in the first quarter. Gary Sutton, Jeff Thompson with you. So glad to be bringing this game. We're doing this actually from a remote location up in Harrisburg, even though the game's being played in Lancaster. As the ball is thrown away again, that's turnover number 5 for the Crusaders. And up to the other end, good block down there, but it's going to be a foul called, I think, against Sarah Payton. Check that, rather. It'll be Jariah Johnson. It'll be going to the line. Is that Reedy at the line?
Yeah, that's Carolyn Reedy, and she found a little confidence with that last made bucket.
Caroline Reedy going hard to the basket there. Both teams with one team foul so far. Is Reedy up and in. Nice looking stroke. Caroline Reedy, a 5'9" junior, and she's guard forward combination. I mean, she's adjustable, right?
Well, she can handle the ball and rebound.
That's what you like. And second one, never even any rim to think about. So 4 points now for Reedy, and Berks Catholic back to within one here. And kind of a slow-moving first quarter. Both teams feeling each other out. Lancaster Catholic 3-0 coming into the night, 4-1 for Berks Catholic. Here's another throwaway. And Berks Catholic not able to cash it in so far.
That was Carolyn Reedy again trying to convert.
Carolyn Reedy running the court really well and trying to get down there, but you know, half the proposition there is getting the steal. The other half is finishing it off. You know, that's to create a new possession. You want to make sure you knock it home. But they're getting opportunities, and they're getting out of good, solid defense so far, Jeff.
And forcing quite a few turnovers from Lancaster Catholic, which is not typical.
Yeah, 6 here in the first quarter. Again, a lot, we talked about it a lot today, and there's almost another one. Mary Bolesky. Nice little one-hander coming in along the baseline.
That was Riley Kraft, a 5'10" substitute.
Riley Kraft getting into the game there with her first deuce. Another freshman, by the way.
Zuletti with a nice rebound.
Oh, and how about
Mary
that?
Bolesky.
You liked her. I tell you what, she is a lot to like there because she's knocking everything down. She got 2 threes so far, the freshman.
She doesn't seem to be that nervous.
No, I wouldn't say so. 3 threes so far for this team, and I'll tell you what, nice hustling there by Brantley. She'll go to the line for 2.
That was a very strong move down the lane, wasn't it?
Keziah Brantley, only a sophomore, and Keziah steps to the line. She doesn't have any points yet tonight. So Brantley's first shot is up and rattles out. First miss this evening for Berks Catholic. That foul rung up, by the way, on Mary Bolesky. Her first, team second. See if Brantley gets this one. And that one also off the back of the iron. And then another throwaway for Lancaster Catholic. They're really throwing away a lot of opportunities here in the first quarter, Jeff. 7 turnovers so far for Lancaster Catholic. That's unusual for them.
I'll bet more than half have gone trying to get the ball inside to Sophia Wentz.
Well, the other part, too, is they're running, and they're looking to try to get the very quick, fast break. You know, first order of business is possession. Take care of the possession. Shot off the far side, not going to go. Quickly take it out of there by Lancaster Catholic and on the run again. There you get a good shot from the near side, off the iron, dragged down by the Saints.
Look at that hustle.
There. And that was Zuleta, by the way. That's the kind of stuff we were talking about, why we highlighted her in the pregame. And then the throwaway on the other end, 3rd turnover of the game now for Berks Catholic.
Someone moving that hard sometimes gets the other team crazy.
Yeah, you know, you're watching right now, and you say, well, there's a lot of turnovers and stuff, but there's going to be some rust. You know, you don't know if you're practicing from day to day, and, you know, the practice time's been cut down. I've been talking all day long about the idea that there's a practice within the game right now that you're doing a lot of things in the game right now you normally would do in practice. And in terms of adjustments. Well, UCLA cut there. And then a set piece, and what a set piece it was, and knocking it down right off the top of the key there. Is that Caroline Reedy again?
That was Caroline Herb.
Caroline Herb that time with a great look. Caroline Herb for the top of the key with a 3. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. It's 10-7. Lancaster Catholic leads on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor, featuring Case Construction, paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
At OSS Health, we offer orthopedic care you can trust. Award-winning for quality and safety, OSS Health will get you back to reaching. Swinging, rocking, and trailblazing. Keep following your passions. We'll help.
And welcome back to Lancaster Catholic High School. Already at the end of one quarter now, 10-7. Lancaster Catholic leads it, and we're ready to start quarter number 2. And what was kind of a tractor pull there in the first quarter in a lot of ways, Jeff. I ran this play a moment ago. A little down screen here. Watch, they like to instead of down screen, they have it pop up. Or Catholic does. Here's the down screen, there's the pop-up, and there's the shot you were looking for. You saw a 3 on that a moment ago, this time a 2, but every bit as effective as slipping on through there again is Caroline Erb, and she's had the last 5 points here for the Saints as they pulled it within 1.
She's got a nice shooting touch, and they look to set a play up for her that time, too.
That was the same play they set last time for the 3. This time she just kind of curled off it, and Wentz not able to get it. Blocked away there on the shot, and quickly Berks Catholic back on the other end.
I'd like to see Sophia square her feet up a little bit more if she's going to make that shot inside.
4th turnover in the game now for Berks Catholic. They throw it away. One thing that's been impressive so far, Berks Catholic's big girls are beating Lancaster Catholic's big girls down the floor. I think they're getting back in transition a little quicker. Inside it comes to Wentz. Wentz double team. Might have gotten away with a walk there. Good reversal. Throw away. Up goes Brantley with it, not going to score, but that was the 8th turnover so far for Lancaster Catholic. Downtown it comes. Long shot off the hands of Swally. She can't get it to go. The outside game has not been particularly good so far for Lancaster Catholic, even though they still hold a 1-point lead here. 6:29 to go in the first half.
Well, other than Mary Bolesky's 2 threes, they really haven't gotten anything done.
Nope, you're exactly right. Love the defense for both these clubs. They really get up in your grill. A little kind of motion offense here. You got the flex going side to side right now with the back screen, down screen. Good look there, not going to go. Brantley pulls it back, thinks better of putting it back up. Nice move along the baseline by Birmingham. I have a sneaky suspicion that Birmingham is coach's daughter. Kyra Birmingham, a 5'9" senior. So she put it up there, was knocked away, and the ball belongs to Lancaster Catholic.
That was a nice move to the basket by.
Really was. Just had to get that arm up there a little bit higher, but you know, she short-armed one, but still, good move altogether. And there's another walk. And
I'm impressed early with the defense from Berks Catholic. I guess they figure if they're going to beat the champs, they better defend them out of the gym.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. You're playing at their place. The only loss this year for Birmingham Catholic, by the way, was by a team that we saw earlier today, DeLone Catholic, defending state champs. Girls AAA. Now watch this play here. They run this little down screen off the side. Now this time they run it straight through and up and in. And that score is going to belong this time to, I believe, Caroline Reedy. She's got 6 points. Straight down the middle. And the first lead of the game now for Berks Catholic. Trying to answer on the other end is Lancaster Catholic. Berks Catholic has it. Reedy pulls it out. Inside it goes. Good spacing on their offense, Jeff.
They're moving the ball very well, and they're starting to own the boards, too.
This weak side down screen is what they're looking for all the time. Now watch the back screen, step out. They're getting good solid shots in rhythm now, even though they're not going every time. Underneath, up and in, very easy, and all of a sudden you see a little trend right now is sliding through that time was number 23, Caroline Erb, and she's already got 7 points in this game and a 3-point lead, the biggest lead of the game so far for Berks Catholic. Lancaster Catholic from the far corner, letting it loose, still not able to hit it. And then back up, stick back. Good job there by number 13 just in the game, Mariana De Jesus, a 5'5" freshman.
Last buckets were offensive rebounds on either side.
Let me correct myself there, 5'5" sophomore, but up and in. So back to within one now comes Lancaster Catholic. Nothing but air on that shot from Berks Catholic, but off the hands of the Crusaders out of bounds. It touched number 33, Autumn Lipson last. So ball will be brought in and triggered by Berks Catholic. 4:13 to go here in the first half. Don't forget we have our Jack Giambalvo halftime report. We'll have our halftime highlights and stats. Ball kicked on the inbound, so it'll still stay with the Saints.
Carolyn Erb, the inbounder, has a nice shot from the perimeter, and they're getting her the ball.
She's done a nice job so far. Good inbounds, pass here, no good. Wentz takes the rebound, kicks it out quickly.
Beautiful pass.
What a pass ahead and a good finish by Madeline Card, the 5'11" guard, or excuse me, the 5'6" guard. And a great pass ahead by Zualetta that time. 14-13, Lancaster Catholic crawls back up on top by 1. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. It's High School Sports Live TV.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Duke McCamey, our post-training expert.
One of the key moves I teach young players is the drop step. It's important to establish position first with both feet in the neutral position. Align players to choose either pivot foot, depending on the defense's position. Once you secure the ball, using a power dribble, drop step toward the basket with 2 hands to seal the defender. This will help a young player finish with great balance. The drop step is just one move a young player will learn in my post class.
High School Sports Live is really excited that
14-13, Lancaster Catholic has crawled back on top by 1 as we've had 3 lead changes here in the first quarter. And quickly down the other end, Berks Catholic has the basketball. They're going to get fouled on the play. Berks Catholic is doing 2 things right now, Jeff, I wanted to get you a comment on. They're trapping the guard in the middle of the floor, and then when they get the turnover, which there have been a lot of so far for Lancaster Catholic, they're turning around very quickly. They're a very good team in transition.
Well, both teams like to run, and right now Berks Catholic's doing a nice job of getting that ball and getting out.
Wentz with a foul there. Keziah Brantley has been not too good from the free throw line so far as she misses yet another free throw. 2 out of 5 from the free throw line so far is Berks Catholic, and Brantley again missing and a little frustrated there so far. Ball's tipped out of bounds off the hands of Berks Catholic, so it'll belong to Lancaster Catholic.
They're trying hard to get the ball to the senior, number 34, Sophia Wentz.
Get it back out to Zuletta. She's going to try to, oh, look at this, great angle. Wentz had her girl pinned, and she was 1 second late getting it to her. She had her girls sealed in the lane. Instead, what they walk away with is their 10th turnover of the first half. Here comes Brantley again. Brantley pulls up. Good look, and Brantley buries it. And she puts her team back up by 1, 15-14. That's her first bucket of the game. Here goes Zualetta. And Zualetta with a nice move in the lane.
Good up and under.
Well, I like the way she plays. She's got a lot of energy.
She's a beautiful player. How about the confidence Brantley had after missing 2 foul shots to stick that free?
Absolutely. He said, I was too close. Get back out there where I can get some range, right? First foul marked up on Caroline Reedy, and Zuletta in for her first points of the night. She'll get a second one here. All tied up, 15-15. This thing's going back and forth now here in the first half with 3:26 to go. Zuleta looking the second one up, eyeing it over. And nothing but was that air on that?
I think it grazed
Apparently
the
it
front.
was, yeah. Looked at it, it kind of looked funny. We had a little chafe on the screen there for a second. Here comes Brantley again. Kicks it outside, and there's a young lady that knows what to do with it when she gets it, and she's been doing it the whole first half. Caroline Erb has 2 threes now here in the first half. Both threes for her team. Trying to get to Wentz again, and not able to do it, and that's the 11th turnover. Pulling up is Reedy. Leaves it loose there. Again to Brantley. Brantley can't hit it. So let us down on that leg. And they were talking about the problem there, and she went down on it for a moment. And good sportsmanship there by Reedy, stopping to make sure she was okay. This was Aletta heading over to the bench.
That's been tender for the last week and a half.
Yep, she's going to go over there and take a break for a few minutes and see if they can't help her a little bit with that. Well, you hate to see anybody be down right now. It's going to go up, and they'll get some work on her there. But here comes Lancaster Catholic. Down by 3. Hard layup effort. Wentz has got it. Wentz trying to put it back. Wentz again, and just will not go. And then one last time, Lancaster Catholic has it batted away, and Berks Catholic picks it up. Into their forecourt they come.
They're having a tough time converting those little 2-footers.
I'm not sure what's happening there, but they're getting the ball where they want to. So Berks Catholic now with 2:15 to go here until the half.
Really running their offense well.
And this time they throw it away. That's the 5th turnover of the first half against the Saints.
Pretty nice steal by Riley Kraft.
And the foul's going to be called, though, against Caroline Erb, and that's going to be her first. So Lancaster Catholic gets it, her first team fourth. Both teams with 14 fouls here in the first half. Lancaster Catholic trying to tie it up or get within 1 here. Working the ball, looking for that 3, not going to go. Taken for a second by Lancaster Catholic, but tipped out of bounds, I think, by the Saints, and it'll stay with the Crusaders underneath their own basket. Boleski going to inbound, looking for Wentz. Wentz had her girl seal again there just for a moment. They're going to run a little pick and roll. Here comes Boleski with the basketball. Hasn't really had a clean look for the last few times down. Good drive along the baseline. And bringing it on home for Lancaster Catholic that time was Vivian Clemmer. Her first deuce. They're within 1 now, 1:23 to go. Berks Catholic with a 1-point lead. They've been hitting the 3 pretty regularly, not this time. And picked up there by Elizabeth Wally. Wally really hasn't had a clean look the first half. She's a girl averaging in double figures, Jeff.
Well, she works hard to get her points. They lot her inside.
There's the seal right there. Got Wentz. Now, Wentz trying to get turned around. One of the problems, it seems like, that Wentz isn't really located with her eyes first. Her body's not really squared up to getting a good shot.
Well, her feet aren't real set either.
No, you're exactly right. Just a little off balance on the inside. 53.2 seconds to go here to the half. Berks Catholic leads by 1. Big possession here. They always say the best run you can get is the last 2 points of the first half and the first 2 of the second half, or the last 3 of the first half and the first 3 of the second half. Let's see if Lancaster Catholic subscribes to that. And there's yet another turnover so far, trying to feed it in on too long a pass, taken back again. And not going to go, but there's going to be a foul called on the play.
And that's Elizabeth Wally. That's what she does best.
Elizabeth Wally, a person that can get inside there, 5'9", and again, a combination guard forward. So is Wally heading to the line for 2 shots. She rattles home the first one. That foul marked up against Mackenzie Gordos, her first, team 5th. Second shot from Zwali coming up here. Trying to break the tie, and does. 19-18 now. Lancaster Catholic leads with 32 seconds to go, and Lancaster Catholic pick it up full court again. So here comes Berks Catholic into the forecourt. Let's see what they get here, if they're going for the last shot or not. Kyra Birmingham in there right now, number 21. You saw her. I think you want to get it back in the hands of Brantley here and let her create a little bit.
Well, they're running the flex to death right now.
Nice
shot.
And then they get the shot they wanted. They wanted the 3 at the end, and they don't get it, but that's the end of the half. 19-18 at the half. Lancaster Catholic leads it by 1. We're going to head to halftime, and we'll have our Jack Giambalvo halftime report next. This is High School Sports Live TV. Back with more right after this.
High School Sports Live is really excited that in 2021, we're going to bring high school rivalries right in your living room. Eric Brewer from Integrity First Home Buyers is with me. He's a community guy. He stepped up to help make it possible for parents and community members to see High School Sports Live right in their backyard. Talk about why you're passionate and why you feel like it's a mandate for families in the community to see sports during this time.
As an athlete growing up, some of the fondest memories I had was seeing my parents in the stands, knowing that they were there to support me throughout the week of practice in preparation for games. The biggest moment for me was the opportunity to play in front of my friends and family. As a parent, I've been on the other side now, and I want to be there for my children, specifically for my son. The kids and the student athletes still know that their parents are watching, and then as parents, we can still be there to experience and cheer our kids and our student athletes on, even if it's through the television, because we can't be there personally.
Well, we appreciate that. We know the viewers at home appreciate you making this possible. Integrity First Home Buyers is not just an overnight operation. You've been around for 15 years. Talk about we can buy your house, the cash, all the features. Talk about those.
Thanks for asking, Charlie. I guess the biggest thing would be when we buy houses, we buy them all cash, as is. We allow people the freedom and flexibility to choose their settlement date, and then there's no fees or commissions. So we've been around for 15 plus years. We are a member, and we do have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau.
Can you define quick settlement a little bit more? Because some people might need the flexibility of having a settlement happen a little later as compared to right away. Define that a little bit.
So quick solutions allow flexibility with settlements is what I like to use when I describe it. Some people want to have the solution of having their house sold, but the settlement for them might be something that they want to schedule maybe a month, 2 months, or 3 months out in advance. So we always say we provide maximum flexibility to our sellers, which means we can make you an offer on your property and we can settle in as little as 7 days or as long as 7 months, whichever works best for you.
I like the cash feature. However, my favorite is as is. I'm a guy that doesn't want to have to redo the roof or paint the house, and as is appeals to me. Talk to everyone about what as is really is.
So let me tell you about as is. As is means you're selling the property in its current condition with no obligation to make any repairs. So a lot of times people will market and agree to sell their property as is, but you got home inspectors and appraisers and all of these people that come in and may require different repairs for the property in order to get it to settlement. When we buy it as is, there are absolutely no repairs. We'll buy it with a leaky roof, a failed furnace, a bad septic, literally anything that would go wrong with the house, we'll buy it just the way it sits.
Well, we really appreciate your support. You go to ericbuysyourhouse.com and you're going to find out more information about how you can take advantage of a successful business that might be able to help your family in a time of need.
Life does get expensive.
But I feel like a Giant, I'm getting quality. And when I look at that bill, I feel like, you know what? That's great.
Yeah.
Teach your children well.
The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambavo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
They didn't wait for someone else to change the world, and we're not waiting for the world to change education. CCA, pioneers in online education since 2003. Enroll today.
Produce is a staple here in our household. And at Giant, the quality and variety is amazing.
Yeah, it's always fresh.
Teach your children well.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambavo halftime report. Gary Sutton with you alongside of Jeff Thompson, the coach. We're so glad to be bringing you this game tonight. 19-18, Lancaster Catholic leading it, but they're going back and forth. And I want to take a look, first of all, at our Advanced Hoops first half highlights. And, Jeff, I want you to take us through these. It was a static kind of game in the first half. Both teams playing pretty good defense, but both teams obviously trying to find their sea legs as far as the offense. Take us through this a little bit as we take a look at our AT&T CCA highlights.
Well, you're right. It was a little sloppy, but this is a nice shot right here. Number 11 for Lancaster Catholic.
Jariah Johnson started off.
And there's Mary Valesky, who really had a nice first quarter. 2 open threes, and she handles it well.
Only a freshman and looking pretty good.
And
then you got the other side with Reedy knocking down a nice shot off a play they used regularly, that little down screen off the weak side. And here you see another one coming back with number 23, who was pretty good throughout the whole half. That was Caroline Herb.
I thought they got a lot out of their flex offense. They didn't hit as many shots as they probably wanted to, but they've got good shots.
Very disciplined to it the whole half. And then you grab this one here, right down the lane, and there's Herb again coming through. Beat the other side. Lancaster Catholic got it. We saw a good fight in there. And reaching inside to grab that one was Mariana De Jesus for her only deuce of the first half. So Wentz getting out, and watch Zualetta. What a great pass ahead here to get the easy bucket on the other end with Madeline Card finishing it off.
Zualetta does a lot of little things. She tried to get a charge that time.
There was Brantley coming up and hitting a nice deuce. Brantley did a good job of handling the ball throughout the first half. And then it's Herb again, wide open on that 3 off the wing.
Brantley made it happen.
And right along the baseline, Lancaster Catholic finishes off 19-18 here at the half. And our AT&T and Capital Region first half highlights there. But now your Advanced Hoops, check that. We want to take a look at our AT&T and CRIA halftime stats. And what stands out to you right there in terms of the first half, Jeff?
Well, Lancaster Catholic is dominating in rebounds, but they're also dominating in turnovers. So it's kind of a wash. Both teams, 2 free throws made out of 6 attempts. So neither squad is really doing a great job at the free throw line. It's been a little bit disjointed. I'd say the team that's going to be victorious is going to get to their transition game and open up the game somehow. The running, turnovers and running and defense is going to open this game up.
Only 4 points off the 12, or 2 points off the 12 turnovers there for the Saints. So not taking advantage of those turnovers. On the other side, only 4 points off 7 turnovers for Lancaster Catholic. So it's as tight there in the stats as it is in the score. So, Jeff, let's jump to where do we go here for the second half? You know, you're talking right now. If you're Bob Birmingham, what are you saying to your Berks Catholic kids?
Well, I keep running the offense. Keep playing tough. And like you said, they've been establishing some things. Brantley's doing a good job of penetrating, getting to the basket, making some nice passes. I think they're playing pretty good defense. And look to run. Keep looking to run.
I think one of the things they're doing that's really good is that middle trap in the middle of the floor. You don't see it that often. And Mary Bolesky, the freshman, they're trying to test to see how good she is as a freshman. She hit 2 threes in the first half, but they had a lot of turnovers, and I think it got disrupted right there at that point of impact on defense with that trap in the middle of the floor. On the other side, Charlie Detz, his team had 12 turnovers the first half. He's got to be a little bit alarmed about that. and trying to get some better shots maybe. They took a couple of quick shots I thought maybe were ill-advised. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I think they did take some shots, but they did disrupt Mary Boleski a little bit. She's not like, she doesn't have great size. She's a 9th grader, and they ran at her with 2 people, realizing that she's running the show out there. And I think that paid some dividends.
Yeah, make her give up the ball.
It'd be interesting to see which teams will have their way in the second half.
Both these teams, quality teams, they're both grinding out. It's about the kind of game we thought it might be. The defense holding the numbers down. We're going to come back and start the third quarter right after this. This is High School Sports Live TV. Back with more.
Hoffman Ford wants to trade keys with you. That's right. Give us the keys to your current vehicle, and we'll get you into a brand new Ford with great offers, like up to $13,500 off MSRP on a new Ford F-150 XLT 4x4, or 1.9% financing up to 60 months, plus $9,000 off MSRP. And get top dollar for all trades, no matter what it is. Let's trade keys at Hoffman Ford.
Hoffman has it. Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
At OSS Health, we offer orthopedic care you can trust. Award-winning for quality and safety, OSS Health will get you back to reaching. Swinging. Rocking. And trailblazing. Keep following your passions. We'll help.
And we start the third quarter with the Saints. They've got the ball, and coming off a double screen there was Herb. Double teamed on the baseline for Lancaster Catholic. Somehow, Berks Catholic hangs on to it. And there it is, knocked down from downtown.
Is that Mackenzie Gordon?
And that was Mackenzie Gordos with a big 3 here to start the second half. That ball was bobbled around for a while. It wasn't a pretty possession, but it was an effective one as they walk out with a 2-point lead. Lancaster Catholic having a tough time here in the backcourt. Jump ball call. It should remain with the Crusaders.
Once again, an offensive rebound led to that second 3, that made 3.
3 threes tonight for Berks Catholic thus far. So a 2-point lead is Boleski with the basketball. No double team this time.
Good to see Zoletta back in the ball game.
Like to do a lot of come at you with a dribble an awful lot. There's that ball screen. Then you get to Wentz. Wentz kicks it to Zoletta, and Zoletta with a good hard move up there and draws the foul. Good interior passing from post to post that time.
I like that one. She found her teammate in the post, in the low post opposite.
Well, you know what she recognized there was a double team, and 1-on-2 you pass, and she looked opposite, did the right thing, found where the double team was coming from, and then found Zoletta slashing in from the other side. Foul is marked up on Reedy, her second, team first in the second half. As Zoletta is going to miss. She's 1 out of 3 so far from the charity stripe. Team is 2 out of 7. Zoletta's going to put the second one up here. A nice stroke, just not coming up right now. And make it 2 out of 8. As Zoletta's going to miss both hers. She's missed the last 4 in a row. Herb with the basketball, trying to find someone to get it back to. And you're going to get a foul called here. And that should be Zwali with the foul. Zwali with her first foul. Be the team first of the second half. Stays with the Saints. 6:38 to go here in the third quarter, just underway. Chad Edwards and the whole Invicta crew doing a great job of bringing the pictures to you. I'm Gary Sutton, Jeff Thompson with me. There's another good look out of the offense. Raleigh with the rebound. Got it straight ahead that time, and Wentz again with a point-blank shot, just can't get it to go. She's had a tough time so far tonight.
Yeah, she was a little further out that time, but she still couldn't use the backboard.
Brantley lets it go. Went to the rebound. Here come the Crusaders. Zoletta decides to take the shot. I think when she hesitated the first time, it kind of threw her off just a little bit. Downtown it goes, and we turned into a 3-point shooting fest here for the moment, Jeff. One of those where you put the reins out if you're a coach and say, let's pull it in a little bit again, get a little frisky.
Well, it wouldn't be bad if they were hitting them all, but.
Reedy, test the waters, not going to go. Herb, test it. Ball defense has been pretty good here for Lancaster Catholic. I mean, they come out to you pretty hard and close out pretty well. That time, not so much. Good shot from Brantley, another rebound for Wentz.
She can clean those defensive boards, though, can't she?
Well, she's about half a foot above everybody else, and she just does a great job. She's got a nose for the ball when it comes to rebounding. There's the weak side. Gilletta's pretty well open as they're double teaming Wentz all the time. Kind of a slashing drive to the basket for Lancaster Catholic. Should draw the foul there.
You know, we haven't seen that from Jariah all game. I anticipated more of that slashing to the basket in open transition.
Jariah Johnson heads to the line here, looking for 2 shots. And I think it's a great point you make right there, Jeff, because you want to see a little bit more. As they double team on that one side, you're going to get a little bit more of that ability to penetrate as you reverse the ball. But you got to hit some of these free throws right now, and that's not happening.
Yeah, they're free.
As free as you get. So 0 for 3 here this quarter, 2 for 9 for the game for Lancaster Catholic. And it's not getting any better right now. That's 2 for 10 so far, 20% for the free throw line. That's going to hurt you in a lot of basketball games.
Well, Berks Catholic's doing its best defensive job when the other team's shooting free throws.
Great point. A little bit of the old Jim Valvano theory of, hack them and send the line. Sometimes Brantley gets bumped a little bit out front, and the referee's going to call it. And the foul's on number 35 that time. It's going to be Riley Kraft who's in there. That's going to be her first of the game. Second team foul of the second half. Both teams with 2 team fouls either way. And with a 2-point lead, Berks Catholic back in bounds.
See how they run
back
their
up in that offense. They'll run that. They usually run that little use of that cut. This time they're running off a double screen weak side. They were getting a nice down screen the first half and a pop up for the 3. But a lot of good motion, and a lot of it comes away from the ball. Another good shot, but not going to go, and a rebound to Lancaster Catholic. And they call it a foul in that play. Yes, they do. Foul against, check it, it's going to be Sarah Payton, and that'll be her 3rd foul of the game.
Lancaster Catholic was very disruptive in their defense. They doubled almost every possession.
Pulaski, nice pull up, can't get it away.
I think that was blocked by number 23, Carolyn Herb.
Yeah, Carolyn Herb has played a solid game, I think, on both ends of the floor. That's coming back down the other end. It's a turnover by Berks Catholic, and that's what we're talking about right there. You get the block, but you can't turn it around into real points on the other end. And again, that'll come as teams mature during the course here. We're still looking at the early part of the season, only 4 or 5 games in the case of Lancaster Catholic 3. And a lot of these teams, what they normally would be doing in practice, they're working on in games right now because of time constraints and this COVID thing. Wiley coming right down off the weak side screen, and she'll get fouled going to the basket.
Well, one of the things that the girls don't have advantage of is being in the gym shooting foul shots.
Great point. A great point. The foul against the Saints. And Kyra Birmingham with that foul. It'll be her first. Team 4th. And finally, they found somebody here that could make the free throw, and it's going to be Zwally.
I like Swally's game.
Yeah, she's been a good one so far. 3 out of 3 thus far from the free throws. And Wally makes them both.
Tough inside, but she gets to the line and she's feathery.
There she goes. He's 4 out of 4 so far in this game, so you'll be thinking about that toward the end of the game. If someone needs to foul someone, it wouldn't be her. Berks Catholic trying to break the tie again. We've been going back and forth here since late in the first half. 3:29 to go here in the third quarter. A very low-scoring game. Both teams. I'm not sure if it's great defense or just maybe not the best offense just yet. Maybe a little combination of both. Flat shot there, taken back by Berks Catholic. There's a swing. Another good shot. A little quick maybe. Taken out by Lancaster Catholic. They're on the run. Trying to win the battle back down the floor. They do, but they can't quite score there. And you're going to get a jump ball. Yes, you are. And the ball is going to belong to Lancaster Catholic.
What an effort defensively.
Both teams are getting the opportunities I think they want. They're getting close shots. They're getting some looks off transition, but they're just, the offensive skills. What do they always say? Your offense drags behind your defense. Defense is the first thing to get into place. And again, because of the short preseason, we're seeing a little bit of that here tonight.
And both teams defensively are awesome so far in this game.
Getting at it.
Defense wins championships.
Really does, and it travels well. There's that down screen. That was the play they used the first half to get a lot of good shots. There's Reedy, gets jammed. Reedy finally puts it back up. That's not going to go. Let me get those icicles off the rims right now, will you? Comes Lancaster Catholic. Hard moves the basket and steps on the baseline, out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover. That's the first turnover there here in the third quarter for Lancaster Catholic with 2:25 to go.
But there's a lid on the basket. There's a lid on the basket at both ends.
I'm telling you. Isn't it funny, though, too, when, you've coached a lot of years, I did, and you get something like that, and the first one that breaks through, all of a sudden, like, you can open the floodgates.
Break that lid.
Oh, and Reedy loses it away. Second turnover of the quarter here for Berks. We got a good-looking shot off the far side, and finally, somebody took the lid off as it's knocked down there by Riley Kraft.
She's a good shooter and a great substitute.
Got it in rhythm that time. She's got 4 points in the game, does Riley Kraft, coming off the bench. Now Berks Catholic has to answer here with 1:49 to go here in the third quarter. You're watching High School Sports Live TV. They really run that offense well. Now here comes that pop out off the down screen. I'm watching that, and let's see what they have to call. It's like a foul there. It's going to be against Lancaster Catholic, just a matter of who. But you watch when they go through, and then they get that little weak side down screen, and that's where they get the pop out, and they've been living off that all game long.
Lancaster Catholic took that away a little bit with how they're aggressively double teaming the ball, though.
Right. Second foul now on Zwally, the third team foul. They throw it inside, stolen away by Lancaster Catholic. Third turnover this quarter. Underneath it goes, and guess what? Turnover is fair play. 14 turnovers in the game now for the Crusaders.
That's a good look from Bolesky to Kraft, but she just didn't complete the play.
Just always tell point guards, if you're going to throw a great pass, make sure there's a great set of hands ready to catch it. And that was a great pass. Good ball fake. Pickett. Brantley for the three. No. Rebound goes back to Lancaster Catholic. Brantley was right there to kind of contest it. Long shot from far corner, not going to go. Pulled down on the other side by Kira Birmingham. And here come the Saints. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. 23-21, Lancaster Catholic leads it. Brantley, finally, and Brantley knocks it down. Keziah Brantley with a big three here, her 5th point of the game, and her team goes back up by 1 with 41 seconds to go.
She sat down in that shot so well. It was in before she shot it.
Again, it's off that weak side as the ball thrown away again by the Crusaders. Having a tough time hanging on to it tonight. That's their 15th turnover in the game. And then the frustration foul on top. The Lancaster Catholic having a tough time here of really getting in any kind of rhythm this evening.
Wouldn't you say it looks like a battle of wills to you?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is right now. I think I want to say just early season. That's kind of what I'm looking at. But I think it's a combination of that and the great defense both these teams play. Pretty good talent on both sides. Chance here to take a 3-point or 4-point lead. If you're Berks Catholic, and 20 seconds ago, you find out that Bob Birmingham wants to just go for one shot, and it looks like he does. 15 seconds. I think you start to go in here at about 11 seconds, so you have a chance for an offensive rebound if you miss. Reedy's going to throw it away, though. 4th turnover in this half. Hard move to the basket, not going to go. Throw it back up again, not going to go again for Lancaster Catholic. Bounces away, and that's the end of the quarter. 24-23. We head to the 4th quarter. Berks Catholic leads it. It's all here on High School Sports Live TV.
Produce is a staple here in our house. Across the board, everybody loves it.
They enjoy cucumbers, bell peppers,
Strawberries and blueberries. And at Giant, the quality and variety is amazing.
Yeah, it's always fresh.
The kids will go for the fresh stuff every single time because they appreciate nature and what she provides.
And know they love you.
At OSS Health, we offer orthopedic care you can trust. Award-winning for quality and safety, OSS Health will get you back to reaching. Swinging, rocking, and trailblazing. Keep following your passions. We'll help.
Team Pennsylvania AAU basketball is centrally located in the Harrisburg area, home of our state capital. Team Pennsylvania AAU is the largest, most successful AAU program in central Pennsylvania. While 2020 was certainly a challenge, Team Pennsylvania remained committed to helping its top showcase players land college scholarships. They've once again shown that they are the premier program for anyone looking to compete at the next level. This upcoming February, they'll be looking to hold their 2021 spring AAU tryouts. Team Pennsylvania is a program you can count on. So register today at www.teampahoops.com or call 717-657-2620 for an opportunity to compete at the highest level in 2021. Gary Sutton with you, Jeff Thompson, 4th quarter. This one, I'm not sure who's going to win this one right now, Jeff. It has really been, as I said, a tractor pull, a grind, if you will. Not a pretty game necessarily, but both teams playing hard.
It's a fun competition, that's for sure.
Just good to see these kids playing right now, getting back out in this and having to weather the storm and get through all of what this COVID thing has brought. You know, I know they're going through a lot, as our coaches and parents and everybody, but you know what? They're playing. There's that shot that they worked so good the first half, and there it is, answering the bell again. And again, it's Caroline Herb coming up big with yet another 3. And that's the 4th 3 of the game made now for Berks Catholic. There's that double team in the middle of the floor there. And now looking to make the 3 for Lancaster Catholic is Willie, and it's not going to go. Raleigh, rather. But they get the rebound back, put it back, not going to go again, and it's out of bounds off Berks Catholic. So Lancaster Catholic, beneficiary of 2 good bounces there. Berks Catholic with their largest lead of the game now, 27-23.
And they finally hit 2 threes, and that's the difference right now.
They got 4 threes in the game so far. Lancaster Catholic with 3. 15 turnovers for Lancaster Catholic, 11 for Berks. There's a double team again, and again, you're going to see the throwaway.
Trying to lob the ball into Wentz.
That double team has disrupted them whenever it's been used tonight so far. And they've tried to make some pretty tough passes. They just haven't worked out well for them, Jeff. Them being Lancaster Catholic.
Yeah, it's been very frustrating for them trying to get the ball inside.
So Berks Catholic now is going to see some serious pressure coming up. See Brantley going right on by. Brantley strong with the basketball. Good pull up in the lane, and all of a sudden you feel like they're taking control. We saw Reedy in there for her 8th point of the night.
Reedy, Herb, and Brantley really doing the job right now.
They really are leading this team. For Lancaster Catholic, that's a big possession here. Down 6 points. Big 3, not going to go again, and way off the mark that time for Mariana De Jesus. And you're going to get a foul called, I believe, in the backcourt. And that'll be against Lancaster Catholic. And that foul is going to be marked up against Zwally, and that's going to be her third foul. It'll be the 15th foul now against the Crusaders.
Well, that's an 8-0 run for Berks Catholic, and that was not a good shot to answer right there.
Not at all. Berks Catholic in the half-court game has been really the superior to Lancaster Catholic. They've run their half-court game very, very well. There's a little cut through that time, and they're getting good shots, putting pressure on the defense, and again, you either get a good shot or get fouled. That time, the weak side screen coming right off there and getting an easy layup through the lane.
And now they're in a situation, the next foul, they'll go in the bonus. They're in the bonus after this.
Yeah, Lancaster Catholic getting into a real problem here, and for Berks Catholic, here's Reedy at the line. 2 out of 2 so far tonight. Let's say 3 out of 3 now. 9 points in the game for Caroline Reedy.
And if she hits this foul shot, it's a 10-0 run.
Yeah, really, Berks Catholic has found themselves here in the late third quarter, now in the early fourth quarter, and really seem to be comfortable. Reedy with a second shot coming up here, and Reedy checks it home again. 10 points now for Reedy. 13 for Herb so far. Really need this shot badly. And again, the inability to hit the outside shot for Lancaster Catholic has been mammoth. They haven't been able to score the inside shot with Wentz a lot of the time, and now they can't hit the outside shot, so they're really in a tough position right here, Jeff, with 5:28 to go in this one, down 8 points. Berks Catholic has run, what, 12 straight points?
And Zuleta and Wentz are not playing right now.
Well, a small team on the floor right now for the Crusaders. There's 1-on-2, and you kick the pass out, but they'll call a foul before that. And that should be a 1-and-1. So now you put
a very good shooter on the line.
Yep. Going to send Caroline Reedy to the line here. She's made all 4 shots that she's had there tonight. So Reedy will toe it up for the first one. Got a very economical stroke, doesn't she?
But she's got a beautiful shot.
Yeah, she does. Really sweet. You watch her extend that arm through and get that hand out there, reach right into the basket.
Hey, remember, Berks Catholic's trying to beat a team with a pedigree that's a mile long.
Mm-hmm. And second shot, that's the first one she's missed all night long. But they get it back. Another offensive rebound. Now you can run a little clock if you want to here. Oh, and it's a tough shot. Probably not the shot that Bob Birmingham wanted in that situation. And a timeout called by Charlie Detz. He's going to gather his troops together. They're down by 9. We'll take one as well. This is High School Sports Live TV.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
And coming up at the end of the game is the Giant Foods post-game report, where we'll feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game and discuss the Hoffman Ford player of the game. Jeff Thompson with me. I'm Gary Sutton, and Chad Edwards and the whole crew. And right now, if you're Charlie Detz, you're figuring out a way to carve into a 9-point lead, as this team has run off the last 10 points in a row, right? Berks Catholic.
Well, what it's showing me is the last game, DeLone Catholic has a heck of a team. They can take it to this Berks Catholic team, because Berks Catholic's doing some really nice things.
You know, one of the things you and I talked about the half, and I said one of the things I like, Berks Catholic had a real maturity about their offense tonight, and I think it's really showing up right now. It's not to say Lancaster Catholic doesn't have it or won't have it, but at the moment, I think Berks Catholic is all over it, and Lancaster Catholic just have a tough time hooking up on anything. So here's Berks Catholic off 2 misses again, getting it out and running. You really don't have to push anything right now. Because that time I thought Brantley maybe took a little bit of a quick shot getting down the court. Might have been better served coming out and running the little clock, and getting back into that half-court game has been so good to them. It's a good pass. Again, shooting percentage the second half not real good. And finally, getting into the act again, and she hasn't been there for a while, is Bolesky. As she gets her first deuce of the night, she's got 8 points. It's been a long time between shots.
They stopped, and Mary Bolesky stopped the run, and they're going to lead a big dose of Mary Bolesky to win this game.
32-25 right now. And now if you're Berks Catholic, you can afford to run a little time here. And when you have the ball, it's hard to come back if you don't have the basketball and you're Lancaster Catholic. Looking to get back out here. And Reedy says, well, I couldn't find anybody open. How about if I just drive in and score for you, Coach?
When in doubt, score.
Caroline Reedy again in there. 13 points for Reedy in this one. Start thinking about our Jack Giambabo player, or Hoffman Ford player of the game here, Jeff, and there are a few candidates on the floor tonight.
Well, the big three come right to mind. Caroline Reedy has really emerged, hasn't she?
Absolutely. There's another layup effort. Will not go from Jariah Johnson. So it's just been really a mess so far offensively for Lancaster Catholic. Not something you're used to seeing. They're getting extra shots on the board, just not able to score.
Yeah, they've dominated the boards. They haven't been able to convert, though.
And you're going to get a foul on Lancaster Catholic in the backcourt, I believe. Wait and see. Autumn Lipson in there. It was a 5'8" freshman forward for Lancaster Catholic. The foul will be on Vivian Clemmer. Lancaster Catholic gets a turnover here. Puts it back up and in. And that's Bolesky again.
Great turnover at half court, though.
Right now, Lancaster Catholic is going to probably come across the weak side and try to double team a little bit. For Bob Birmingham and First Catholic, you want to just run a little clock right now. You're saying, hey, we're not quite done playing Lancaster Catholic, but we're playing the clock here for the moment. There was a bump. Bolesky getting away with 2 of them. And I think the referee is going to call that a foul, and rightfully so. So Bolesky will get whistled for the foul. That's her 3rd foul. Team 8th against Lancaster Catholic. And Berks Catholic retains control of the ball, and they get to go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. So 7-point lead right now. Caroline Herb at the line, and Herb just knocks it down gracefully.
I think that's actually Mackenzie Gordos.
Is it Mackenzie Gordos? I thought the number was there, 30. Okay, you're right. Mackenzie Gordos gets it, excuse me. Her 4th point of the night.
It's an eye test for us, you know.
Girls should not be allowed to wear long ponytails, so we can't see the numbers. Just totally unfair. I say that tongue-in-cheek, by the way. And both of them rolling in there, a crier on that last one. So 5 points for Gordos, and right back up to a 9-point lead it goes for the Saints. Another 3 effort, another one missed for Lancaster Catholic. They are down in the teens tonight in terms of shooting percentage right now.
And Berks Catholic is shooting their foul shots very effectively right now.
Well, now they just can run their offense. They don't have to really look to score much anymore. It's 2:16 to go. They're up by 3 long possessions. That's 3 threes. And again, Lancaster Catholic just not shooting it very well. And you're going to get a walk call against Berks Catholic here. That's their 5th turnover the second half. They had 7 in the first half, so 12 for the game compared to 16 on the other side for the Crusaders. So you need some threes to fall right now, Jeff Thompson.
Sure do. We're at that point of the game. Mary Bolesky forced that turnover with her dogged defense.
I want to get her off the point, just off somewhere where maybe they could screen for her and let her pop out. She's been the one person that's been able to hit the 3 so far. Trying to eye it up here. Here's the drive to the basket. And Bolesky up and in, and Bolesky taking it hard to the glass and puts it away. She's got 10 points in the game. Timeout, Charlie Detz. We'll take one as well. 36-29. Berks Catholic leads it. This is High School Sports Live TV. Back with more right after this.
They didn't wait for someone else to change the world, and we're not waiting for the world to change education. CCA, pioneers in online education since 2003. Enroll today.
1:46 to play in this one, 36-29. Berks Catholic leading Lancaster Catholic. And if you're Charlie Detz right now, you've got to find out a way to get some new possessions in a hurry and then cash them in real fast, right?
Well, the press has to work, and he can't foul because Berks Catholic is starting to drain him from the foul line.
On the other side, Bob Birmingham is saying exactly that. Get it in the hands of our good free throw shooters. We want to go to the foul line because they're going to be fouling right away and take care of the basketball. So let's see what Lancaster Catholic can do here defensively. And, of course, on the other side, possessing the ball is what Bob Birmingham's looking for. There, they get it in the hands of Brantley. Now right to where they want it to be. A double team in the backcourt. Another double team here. And you got it back in the hands of Caroline Herb, and that's a good place to be. She and Reedy are the two that can really handle the basketball there. Now you're back out in the hands of Brantley. You really have to foul right here if you're Lancaster Catholic. You don't have much more time. You create a lot of possession. Down the middle it goes, and it's going to miss, but you're going to get a foul on the play again. And it's Reedy. Reedy moves so well without the basketball, doesn't she?
She was Johnny on the spot that time, and a very nice power move down the lane.
She has been quietly, I think, maybe the top player on the floor tonight. She's kind of going about her business and doing it with the basketball and without the basketball as well. Here's Reedy at the line. And finally down.
I think she's pretty much done this all year so far.
She's 6 out of 7 from the free throw line so far tonight. As wholesale substitutions here from Charlie Detz, you could bet those are a lot of people coming in with a lot of fouls to give. 37-29, Reedy, chance to make it 3 long possessions. That means 3 threes. That you'd be ahead. And there she is again, nothing to this game.
That's a dagger for the other team. And you can shoot free throws like that.
15 points of the game now for Reedy. Lancaster Catholic can ill afford to really work the ball out. Here's Pileski, kicks it. Good defense out there on the ball. And right now, all you're doing is playing the three-point line. You're trying to make sure you can shoot anything else, but you don't want the three taken if you're Berks Catholic. Yep, and there's the driving play, and it's going to be a foul called against Berks Catholic with 1:03 left in this one. So Lancaster Catholic, you can bet, you need to make this and then be able to set their defense up. And second shot coming up here.
That's been their Achilles heel all night, though.
Yeah, really has. The second shot coming up. You really have, the key to making this is you want to knock it down and then be able to set your defense right away. And again, can't do it. The free throw shooting tonight and the outside shooting have been the bane for Lancaster Catholic. Here they get a steal in the backcourt and a foul against Berks Catholic. So once again, it's going to be Mary Pileski getting fouled, but that's only the team's 6th foul, so still have to inbound it one more time before that 7th foul will be 1-1. So Zwally back into the game now for the Crusaders.
And Lancaster Catholic's at a point where they just have to go as hard as they can to the hole and see what happens.
Yeah. That is straight kick for threes. They'll try to get one here off a screen, and good job popping out, and then the double team. Good play there defensively by Berks Catholic. All they have to do is hold on to the basketball. And they'll get fouled, and the parade continues to the free throw line for the Saints as they come marching in with looks like a win.
Double bonus time for the Saints.
I tell you, Their maturity offensively tonight has really showed up. They got shots out of their offense, whereas Lancaster Catholic kind of got put in a position of desperation and just firing it up, and nothing was going.
And they ran their offense well. They got good shots the whole first half. They just didn't hit any. They had a stretch where they hit a 2 or 3, and all of a sudden that was the separation they needed to win the game.
Great point, Jeff. The second shot is up and good. Lead now stretched out to 39-29, a 10-point lead. Here comes Bolesky. You got to get something up quickly. And again, long shot, not going to go. Another rebound, not going to go. 3 rebounds, still not going to go. And that's been the name of the night for Lancaster Catholic. It's been real frustration there offensively. So 25 seconds to go in this one. Brantley has it. They're going to foul. And they'll send Brantley to the line now. Keziah Brantley has done a great job handling the basketball tonight, I think.
She's very strong with the ball. And that was the big 3 she hit to have them take the lead.
Exactly right. That was a huge turnaround moment. So Keziah Brantley back at the line. She's only got 5 points tonight, and she's 0 out of 5 from the free throw line. So she'll be looking at that statistic tonight. I'm sure in practice on Monday we'll be heading to the free throw line early and often. Here's Brantley again, and knocks this one down. So she's in the book now for 6 points tonight, but has a number of assists, and we've done a lot of good unmentionables throughout the course of the evening. Bolesky, nowhere to go right now except outside. And finally, a shot hit by Zwali downtown. And quickly a foul in the backcourt. For Elizabeth Zwali, that's her first field goal of the night to go along with 4 free throws. So she's got 7 points in the game. But now we stroll back to the other end again.
And maybe a little better feeling in practice the next day, although this is going to hurt.
Yeah, it is going to hurt. But, you know, this is where you want these in the early season if you're going to get them. And they become great teaching tools. You know, they're going to look at that film and shudder, and everybody's going to put their head down every now and then. But, you know, that's where you learn. And both shots missed by Gordos. She had hit the last 3 until those 2. And shot going up, not any good. For the out of bounds, that will be off Lancaster Catholic. And that is it. And the final score, 40-32, as Berks Catholic wins this one tonight. Looking very good in the second half and getting that offense on track, getting points out of their offense, and they win it 40-32 tonight over the Crusaders. We're going to take a break, and we'll head to our Giant Foods post-game show right after this. This is High School Sports Live TV.
Hoffman Ford wants to trade keys with you. That's right. Give us the keys to your current vehicle, and we'll get you into a brand new Ford with great offers, like up to $13,500 off MSRP on a new Ford F-150 XLT 4x4, or 1.9% financing up to 60 months, plus $9,000 off MSRP. And get top dollar for all trades, no matter what it is. Let's trade keys at Hoffman Ford.
Hoffman has it. Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
I would say life does get expensive. We manage it well, but, you know, just with activities, it all adds up.
But Giant makes our life so much easier. I don't mind paying for quality, but I feel like at Giant, I'm getting quality. And when I look at that bill, I feel like, okay, you know what? I think that's great.
Yeah.
They didn't wait for someone else to change the world. And we're not waiting for the world to change education. CCA, pioneers in online education since 2003. Enroll today.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
Welcome back to our Giant Foods post-game report. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me is Jeff Thompson. Again, your final score here tonight is, and we look it down, I just kind of lost it for a second, 40-32. The Saints win it. And, Jeff, when you look at this tonight, this was a game where I thought the maturity of Berks Catholic really showed through, starting late in the second quarter and then just continuing through the second half. And I thought that Lancaster Catholic looked a little young tonight. Your thoughts about that?
Well, Lancaster Catholic had a heck of a team last year. They were 27-3, maybe going to a state title, and they lost everyone but Zuleta.
Right.
She got hurt during the game, and I think that really took them, that depressed them. Berks Catholic has been trying to beat Lancaster Catholic for a long, long time, and they did it tonight with great shooting. And I think it was the Sweet Carolines that did it.
Yeah, you look at this team tonight, and you made a great point. Lancaster Catholic lost a lot of kids from last season, and so you have to make up for that. So you have to rework a chemistry, and that's part of what they were doing tonight. And that's a season-long kind of thing, So, and again, where we think January right now, middle of January is normally, well, we're in the middle of the season, everybody's matured, everybody's kind of, no, we're starting the season over here. So obviously it's a different time. So if you look at it from the Lancaster Catholic side, they're learning. On the other side, you saw maturity here that looks more like the middle of the season for Berks. And I think they really looked good running that offense tonight. They ran a little bit of flex. They ran some UCLA cuts, but they ran that weak side down screen all night long, and it popped out, and they got good stuff in their half-court offense. Their points came easily, even when they didn't make them. They got good shots out of their offense, and I thought that was the big difference here this evening. And then they played great defense, trapped in the middle of the floor, made Bolesky give it up, and after that, I thought Lancaster Catholic was a little disjointed there on their offense.
Well, from a coaching standpoint, it's pleasing to see a team run their offense and pass the ball. So that makes you kind of happy as a coach that you're doing that. They did it all night. They got good shots all night. And at a point in the third quarter, they hit those shots, and that was ball game.
Let's take a look at our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game, and let's see what Chad Edwards has dialed up for us here tonight as we look at this one coming up. And this was the kind of night that it was here. Lancaster Catholic, though, this is maybe one of the great assists of the game. Zaletta throwing it ahead down court to Madeline Card. We love to see unselfishness, and man, when you dial up a play like that, I love to see it. And Zuleta, who got hurt tonight, we feel bad about that. Hope that's not a long-lasting thing. She gets over that very quickly. But she's a gritty kind of player, but you love to see that unselfish play, don't you?
Well, that was a basketball camp bounce pass. And when that happens in basketball camp, the coaches are saying, what a great pass. But she did it in a real ball game, and it was crucial at that time. I like Zuleta's game. I hope she can do something with that ankle of hers.
Well, and again, all these teams, it's just good to see them out playing right now, and they're going to get better and better during the course of the year. Great coaches here. Charlie Detz does a fantastic job. Bob Birmingham as well. Now, let's talk now about our Hoffman Ford player of the game. And this young lady tonight did it with the basketball and without the basketball. She wears number 20 for Berks Catholic. She has Caroline Reedy, 15 points in this one tonight. And take a look at the maturity in her game. There's that weak side shot we were talking about. That was in the second quarter. Then all of a sudden, she started to light it up and felt pretty good about things. Driving to the basket there, putting it in. Some big numbers when they needed it. There's Reedy again. Standing still, says, maybe not here. How about if I just take it now? Well, I'll just drive it. And she split between two defenders and lays it right in. Shows you she can take it to the basket with the ball, go without the basketball, hit the three, and that's why Caroline Reedy is our Hoffman Ford player of the game tonight. Little honorable mention. Shout out there also to Caroline Herb, who had 13 points. She chipped in well, 2 on the other side for Berks Catholic. And I thought that Keziah Brantley an outstanding floor game here tonight for the Saints as she handled the ball at the point guard all evening long. Thanks so much to all of our people that helped us tonight. Chad Edwards and the great Invicta crew has been over at Lancaster Catholic all day long. Thanks to you for watching, and thanks to these kids for playing and going through some tough times. We're all doing it right now, but we're doing it together, and good to see these kids back out and up and playing. Again, my special thanks to Jeff Thompson, our color commentator here today. We had a great time, and we're looking forward to bringing you yet one more game in about an hour, and that's going to be, again, the Saints and the Crusaders, this time with the boys, hooking up at Lancaster Catholic. Until then, I'm Gary Sutton. 40-32, your final score. Berks Catholic wins it over Lancaster Catholic. This is High School Sports Live TV. Back in about an hour and a half.
We're here at OSS Health with another live interview with Dr. Abby Kelly. She has a special program she developed here at OSS Health. It's unique to South Central Pennsylvania and beyond. She's going to talk about it. It's a female-focused program.
So I developed the program specifically for female athletes, and the goal is to treat them as a whole. So not only prevent, treat, or manage their orthopedic injuries, but also treat their medical conditions, any psychological conditions that they're suffering from, or nutritional deficiencies. So it's those types of things that are also really important for the female athlete to excel in sport.
I want to ask you this. High school student athletes, there's a lot of females watching, a lot of girls athletes out there watching High School Sports Live. We hope so. Out of the menu you listed, what is the common reason why these female athletes at the high school level maybe need to come to this program? What are you seeing?
I think one of the number one things definitely is injury prevention. There are some orthopedic injuries that are really common among the female athletes. So we have athletic trainers that are heavily involved in injury prevention and some different types of programs that the female athlete can participate in. We also have strength and conditioning coaches on a referral basis that I can recommend for female athletes. One of the other big components of the program is nutrition. So oftentimes these athletes are not actually eating enough calories to account for what they're expending without knowing it. So really, the program is to provide education, sometimes just simply some education on sports nutrition, sports psychology, like performance anxiety, those types of things, and also prevention of injury.
Having 3 daughters of my own, this is a great program. My big question is, how can a mom or a dad or a coach recommend their daughter and refer their daughter to your program? How can they get in this program?
Yeah, so it's very easy to get plugged in with me here at OSS Health. I see patients in the Powder Mill location in York and also in the Mechanicsburg location. Our website has services listed, and under services is the female athlete program, so you can schedule an appointment with me through our website, or you can call our main number at 717-848-4800 and get scheduled with me in one of the 2 offices that I see patients in.
Dr. Abby Kelly, the focus on female athletes, this is unique. Not only is this program unique, but OSS Health Orthopedic Center in Mechanicsburg is one of the only, if not the only in South Central Pennsylvania, walk-up orthopedic care centers. Take advantage of it. You can go to their website at osshealth.com.